want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone and Ruwell. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect, who is in this gospel, rather than the standard of Yahweh Shemi Habashai, wherever it may be. The brothers here at GMS Kansas City. I'm the priest, Mahal Lawyer.
Brother Yarab and Yahweh.
We just out here, man, through the spirit, man. We're just kind of rapping with the brother. And we decided to go into the scriptures and put together a little quick lesson, man, because the scriptures say it is high time to wake up out of sleep, because now our salvation is closer than what we believed. And I was watching a couple of videos today by Steve Ram and Eldi Ashwambo put out some good content too about this coming lockdown, and they're talking about this MP virus, or this new MP. Well, it's not a new thing, but they're talking about with this new monkeypox shit that they have another variant that's more so-called contagious than what it was 2 years ago. Because now we know with the first variant, it was based on sexual transmission, which Esau is the devil because he's totally weaponized sex. To the point you can't even have sex with a woman without your rod falling off.
Right.
But that first variant that they mentioned back in 2022, that it was a public health scare, but they realized it wasn't beneficial to push it right then and there because people were still on edge from the first ordeal. So long story short, 2 years later, this new variant, they're talking about you can just catch it by touching surfaces or being around somebody, or if somebody was to poke your leg, you can so-called get this new ordeal. And then they also have some shit which they call asymptomatic. Like, wait a minute, man, I thought this was like a, it wasn't necessarily like a viral thing, but this is more like transmissible through skin-to-skin contact. So wait a minute, how the hell can you be transmissible or asymptomatic?
Right, but it's still transmissible.
Yeah, that's still transmissible when this is supposed to be like a outward type virus that you can actually see it on a person, but you don't have any symptoms of it, but you can get it from being around a person. That don't make sense, man. So through the spirit, we got to lock in. We got to stay prayed up and focused because, hey, they getting ready to do something big. Okay? We got a precept? Not, I get 2 Corinthians 2 and 10. Real quick. This is the book of 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Yeah, you get Matthews 24, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, this page a little sticky on me. But yeah, this is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. And it reads here, and it says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. Okay, so this is nothing more but a device by the so-called white man, because we understand through the spirit, he's trying to get his new world order up and running. And if you listen to Cotton Swab last year back during the time of Davos, basically he was even mentioning that by 2025, we was going to see another plague that was going to be worldwide. Now, all of a sudden, before the elections, they're pushing this shit on people.
Right.
So this is the same playbook that they played back in 2020 all the way up until now. And it's the same thing happening again. So their biggest ordeal was if people going to lock down under it, are people going to comply with orders? Are they going to do with the mandates? Are they going to take the juice? Because they already mentioned that they already got juice that's already on deck so they can contain the so-called spread. Which personally, we ain't seen nobody with the shit yet.
Quick one. This is Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 13. It says, my net also will I spread upon him, and he shall be taken in my snare, and I will bring him to Babylon, to the land of the Chaldeans. Yet shall he not see it, though he shall die there. And I will scatter toward every wind all that are about him to help him, and all his bands, and I will draw out the sword after them, and they shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh. Salakia. Yep. When I shall scatter them among the nations and disperse them in countries, but I will leave few of them from the sword, from the famine, and from the pestilence, that they may declare all their abominations among the heathen, whether they come, and they shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh. So basically the point was among the sword and all the things that are promised, pestilences are among them. This is why our ears perk up or an alert when we hear reports about, MPOX and various things that Esau is doing, because he's basically already done it before, with the Novit.
Yep. It's an article on there too. You want to bring the article?
This first one.
Yeah, the first one that says a warning. Yep, let me see. Yep, Philippines reporting new. You know what? Yeah, that's a good article.
Yep, Philippine reports new MPOX case with no history of foreign travel.
So wait a minute, man. They said they got a new case, but yet nobody's traveled there to spread it. So obviously somebody within their borders have it, or they're giving the shit to people, or they're creating it. Like Esau has what he called gain of function, when he's basically mutating these particular pestilence, and he's making them more weaponized, man. It's just like a FLU, and with the C, you know what? It's just a more enhanced version of the FLU. Because remember, this year, I believe earlier this year, they reduced the C, you know what, down to like a common FLU now, instead of it being just some national emergency.
Yeah.
Show you that they controlling this shit, man.
Yeah. And it's all a categorization. You know, he can make something way more severe than what it is on paper, you know, and then he can downplay things as well too. But ultimately it's to ensnare all of the people. It's really just control, man.
Yeah.
All right. He's making real dangerous shit in the labs, but ultimately he wants your mind, you know. But it says in the article, the Philippines reported a new case of this. It says the first in the country since December. Health officials said on Monday that the patient, a 33-year-old Filipino male, capital Manila, has no history of foreign travel. All right. So basically, how did he get something that isn't native to that region? Because Esau's up to something, man. All right. Keep going.
Yeah, come.
And it says the latest case was detected by heightened government surveillance following the outbreak in Africa, reported by the WHO. All right, it says the MPOX is among us. This is a warning to everybody. Health Secretary Terry Erbosas told reporters, noting that 9 cases of the VIRUS were also detected in 2023.
Right now, see, this is what they're doing now. This is the narrative they're spreading. And notice, these are the only sources that have access to this information. Why are they the only sources that's able to give a validated opinion or a so-called reason behind to what's happening and give you the parameters as to what to do with this?
Yep.
But everybody else's information has to be written off like it's null and void. Because anything outside of what these elites talk about basically is misinformation. But what give you the credibility to say that your information is on point? Just because you got you got the media on deck, you know, you control the narrative, you create the opposition, and basically he just propagating fear, because this all the shit you see on the news now.
Right. Yep. He's pushing it out at a precept.
Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 51:45. My people, go ye out of the midst of her, and deliver ye every man his soul from the fierce anger of the Lord Yahweh. Unless your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. A rumor shall come both 1 year, and after that in another year shall come a rumor.
Yeah, and the rumors is basically when these what if scenarios, and also what we're speaking in prophecies, like we say World War III could start this year, that year. Those are rumors until it actually happen. But the scriptures also going to, at a time, is going to actually become a reality.
That's right.
Because like World War III, right now, that's technically a rumor, but it's happening.
Yeah,
You know?
everybody knows it's gonna happen. It says a rumor shall come both 1 year, and after that in another year shall come a rumor, and violence in the land, ruler against ruler.
Yep, ruler against ruler, man. Okay, World War, these cities are going to be shut down. Okay, violence, because once they have to lock everybody back down, people ain't going to go for that because they remember the tyranny behind the first one.
Yeah.
Now, what I was hearing, they said that the WHO or the WHO or the W to the H to the capital O, basically they were stating that they gave over the sovereignty of the United States over to those organizations, so they can come in and parrot over you people depending on what situation it is.
Yeah. It really started with YouTube, because they have a direct back door to just straight up flag you. You said, oh, you said that, boom. You wonder why YouTube be so quick. Sometimes it don't even be YouTube. The WHO, they can just get a straight back door in there.
Yep.
So does the ADL.
Yep.
You see? So these agencies are have way more power than they lead on.
Yeah.
They're controlling way more. You know, while y'all are brainwashed with love and hip hop, They're over there passing global policies over here over you, man.
Con. That's right.
You know, that's it on that one.
Con. Go back to the article.
Con. This is it says the case was reported to the health agency on Sunday. He did not travel. That means the virus is already here in the Philippines.
Right, now how did it get there? Because you got to understand that America, they have biolabs in these different countries. A lot of those Asian countries are test labs for Esau. They're test dummies.
Yeah.
Same thing
Yeah.
out there in the Congo, Africa. A lot of times they test these particular pestilence out there because they know that there's a lot of resources out there.
Yeah, Con. And this is in Manila, which is the largest city in the Philippines out there. It's like one of the capital cities out there.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense why they would release it there, because they want the largest spread to go out.
Yep.
You know?
And they make this shit in the lab, man. You know what I'm saying? They make it in the lab, just like going back to the bird FLU. That was never known to be transmissible to humans. Now all of a sudden, now a whole human got some shit that a bird, like that don't even make sense.
Yeah.
And people don't question this shit, man. But
Right.
instead they hop on board with the narratives because these Americans, they're fucking stupid.
Yeah.
If it ain't TikTok or Facebook or Instagram and selling horror shit, they gonna fall for it all the damn time, man, because these people are that stupid. And this is why he continue to pull the wool over you, man.
Mm-hmm. That's right. It says officials are still waiting the sequencing of the results of the test to determine what type of strain has been detected in the country, which is bullshit, because they already know. They make up these new bullshit strains, man. Things don't just pop up out of nowhere, man. You know? How do you think they got the remedy so quickly? you know?
And they put a number behind it because there's a patent behind it.
Yeah, kind of.
Just like the first ordeal, that was the biggest wealth grab. That was one of the biggest wealth grabs ever in history.
Bro, got it, bro. It was like 4 trillion within inside 1 year, I believe.
4 trillion 1 year. I mean, billionaires became trillionaires. Millionaires became billionaires.
Yep.
And this is why those major like Jeff Bezos, all these men, they sold their stocks, man, because they already knew, like, look, this is time to cash out. And then after that, you people took a hit. You had to start scamming on PPP loans just to keep your business running and pay your rent. To fuck around and got fined 3 times more down the line because you was scamming them, man. So you should be mad as hell right now. They done took your goodies and ran with it and then put a fake scenario under you and then gave you the shit.
Yeah. You all of you left here to die, man. You know.
Precept Job 20, and I'm gonna start at verses 4. It says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumph of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. So, you know, this is why Esau is coming down with great wrath. Like the scriptures say, rumor upon rumor, in 1 year to another, into violence being in land. Because right now, Esau he knows that he's getting ready to lose his kingdom. And he's trying to set up the new world order, which is basically a tainted version of the kingdom of heaven. It's like an AI version of the kingdom of heaven on the left-hand side that's being forwarded through Marxism, Satanism, all types of freakism. You know, and this is why they have all these talking points around the manosphere. You got men like, what's this guy's name? Fresh and Fit, Myron Gaines.
Oh, yeah.
And then what's the other bald head nigga? What's the other guy? He's the man. Yeah, you know
on the same show?
Nah, he's similar to him though. He used to be an MMA fighter or some shit. You know the other guy, man, the Manosphere guy, the other guy, the bald head dude.
O'Shea? No, not O'Shea.
Not him, not the other guy.
It's
man.
a lot of them niggas, man. I can't.
Yeah, it'll come back to me. But you got Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate.
Khan,
Yeah,
Khan.
there you go.
Yeah, I think they're government agents, man, because they use certain talking points which they make sense, and then they push that narrative out there. So therefore, Esau can be justified on radicalizing it because they set up certain think tanks and certain false flags to cause chaos. To be say, well, look, this is the reason why people are bugging out because these talking points. But the whole time he's playing both sides of the fence.
Right. Because this whole thing, America is a pumping up, as what I always say. You people have been left for dead already. All right, you're stupid if you think something's gonna happen in November of 2024. It's gonna change your life. All right, if you think these people are gonna do right by you, when they letting all of the prices go up on you while they just printing money, you people are sorely mistaken, man.
Yep.
And the Lord put a strong delusion on you to keep hyping this shit up. Like, you know, it's a special demon on a nigga. You talking about Kamala Harris, bro. So it's like a nigga you see with a mask on still. You just know he got demons on him, you know, and to go the other way. Because at this point, it's so obvious, man. How many times they got to leave you for dead for you Jakes to wake up, man. You know?
Well, they showed it, man. Kamala, I believe, I forgot what state she went to the campaign, but basically they said only like 50 people showed up to that shit. But Trump is
Yeah.
selling out auditoriums to hear him speak,
Yeah.
which proves that this whole shit is set up. Because think about it this way, right? Let's just say ideally Trump should win the election because he's the more popular vote. But what people don't understand is when you look at those screens and they're counting the votes, them ain't your votes. The elites are controlling that shit. They can hit a button and make it seem like it's
Right,
like your votes are being counted, but that they're just playing with you people, man. They're not really counting your goddamn votes.
Right. And then on top of that, of the people you vote for, they already selected them, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're not gonna get in unless you're a Bush or a Clinton or a Kennedy or they anointed you.
Yeah.
You know, Kamala, nobody voted for her, but she's about to close to be president.
Yeah.
You see, because that shit don't really matter. And you can vote for whoever you want. They both work for the devil, man.
Right.
You know, it don't matter what kind of skin color they got or whatever. Satan runs this thing, all right, and the prophecies is getting ready to take place.
That's right.
You know.
And it reads here, and it says that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And it reads, it says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reacheth to the clouds, yet he should perish forever like his own dung. It says, and they which have seen him shall say, where is he? Because the Lord is getting ready to take his ass out of power, man. So he's getting ready to take as many as you Israelites that he can find down with him, because he know that you dudes, man. Like right now, we see all this madness going on in Israel. You got debates. You got people promoting clothing brands. You got all types of wickedness. It's not necessarily wicked to have clothes, but your thing should be focused on prophecy, man.
Right.
Like, why ain't no other camps harping on these prophetic things?
Right.
Why ain't nobody talking about World War III? Why ain't nobody talking about the coming MOT to the busy?
Yeah. Yeah. Iran might strike any second now, man.
Yeah.
You know, and if that happens, if they decided, like, man, say, fuck it, I'm gonna hit those small hats directly. Hey, that's it, man. That shit is on, man. You know, they run America.
Yeah. And this guy, Netanyahu, you know who? He's wanted for war crimes. So basically, he has to continue to escalate it.
Yep.
So therefore, they're not gonna de-escalate it.
Yeah.
And they may call a ceasefire for a certain period of time, but Iran got in back of their mind that they're getting ready to strike, man. Because this is what, the second leader they assassinated?
Yeah. Yeah. Second general.
General, yeah.
You know, and they did this right as before the new Iranian president was getting inaugurated
Yep.
that day before. So they were sending a message, man.
Yep.
So the second Ezra 15, that wild boar crossing the Euphrates, that's getting ready to go down, man.
Yes, sir.
You know? What are y'all talking about?
Let me get this preset real quick. This is Ephesians. Ephesians 5. You got something, bro?
Yeah, I see it, 30.
Yeah, go, let me put this Ephesians real quick. This is the book of Ephesians, and after that, hold that, they get Romans 13, 11, 11, 13. This is the book of Ephesians 5, and I'm going to start at verses, let's start at verses 15. It says, see that ye walk circumspectly and not as fools, but as wise. Now, I bring this scripture out a lot, man, because it's so relevant to the time we in. Okay, and this is a dire warning to be on point, to pay attention to what the hell is going on, not slacking, because, hey, honestly speaking, they talking about that shit is spreading. That can be, hey, they said it's already probably over here. And the fact that people are asymptomatic, you know what? Meaning that they're walking around undetected and they're giving it to people. Hey, they could push that narrative any way. They could put a nigga in a whole Crunch Bar outfit and have him to walk around and coughing in the store and say, see, this is why it spread.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Meanwhile, he just spraying that shit somewhere from a truck.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's in your food, he's spraying it through your vents. And they showed that in that movie, Batman Begins, when basically what happened was that Ra's al Ghul, he basically pumped that serum into the sewer systems. And then once he blew the levees and shit, and the sewers popped, everybody started bugging out because they was injected with that poison. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same shit here, and they showed you that. They pump it through the water systems, man.
Right.
And it reads, and it says, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of Yahushua is, man. And be not drunk with wine, wherein there's excess, but be filled with the Spirit. Speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord, man. So that's the spirit we ought to be in. Not playing games, not being lackadaisical, okay, not sitting on our leaves, not saying what if, bro. They can literally shut this thing down any moment now because, hey, who's to say that the election gonna take place?
Right.
Especially if they know Trump is favorite to win, and they want to push Kamala in there because she even mentioned, she said, look, the first day she's gonna do is she's gonna let loose, she's gonna cancel the whole ICE protocol, the detainment centers, and let all them criminals over here rapid in the streets. But yet they'll lock your ass up for speaking popular talking points about women. Because now in the UK, they trying to come up with a law basically saying that misogyny is considered a radical point.
Yeah, they say gonna put you on a T list. What the fuck? That ain't like no probation, man. You going on a list.
Yeah.
For so-called misogyny, man.
That's crazy.
You see how this is how we know we're at the end, man. You know.
And the thing of it is, man, like in radical, they asked the bitch what the definition was. She gonna say, well, she didn't even give a definition. She gave an opinion. Well,
Right.
Radical means people that's violent. That ain't what radical mean. Radical doesn't mean a person that's violent.
Yeah.
Radical just goes back to your roots or your ideal foundation of something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just what it means. It don't mean that you violent or you want to blow shit up or throw lunch fucking rocket launches
Right.
from outer space and shit. Now that could be considered radicalism if that's what your ideology is based on, but radical doesn't mean that.
Yeah. That's another word Esau is taking to
Newspeak.
yeah, to paint a certain picture. You got a certain connotation to it. You know?
Fucking devil.
I got the Romans. You got more?
Nah, that's it on that.
This is Romans chapter 13, verse 11. It says, and that, knowing that the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed.
Yes, sir. Time to wake up out of sleep, man. So it's time to pay attention, man. All right. What is it? It's practically September in about another week and a half. So you got September, October, November. The election is less than 3 months away. Now, if this thing is the way, if they keep propagating this fear about this old new pestilence, that means that it'll be over here way before election time. And if it is as bad as they claim it is, they gonna suspend the elections.
Yeah.
Putin already brought it out, and that shows you how Esau is getting sloppy with it, because he's just juggernaut through shit. He don't care how he's exposed. He just want to get it out there
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he's on crunch time.
Yeah.
Putin said, look, they gonna come up with another pestilence to interfere with the coming elections. That's what Putin said.
Yeah. And I can believe that because Putin has had it with y'all, man. He's already. I'm straight up on nuke duty. You know, he straight up said it.
Yeah.
Our nukes are ready
Yeah.
because they y'all been fucking with them over there. So they telling everything, man. You know, Tucker Carlson went over there snitching on y'all, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
And they said that all negotiations are off the table with Ukraine. He said he's ready to blow them off the map. And I think
Yeah.
it came out that
They
Ukraine
tried to invade 'em.
Invade 'em, yeah.
Yep.
So,
So this thing is about ready, man. I'm gonna read this real quick.
Well.
Second Ezra, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. All right. And so these all of the things that we're talking about are indicators of the end time, man. All right. At this point, these other camps talking about what the Charagma is. Look, y'all about to have to put up or shut up now, man. It's literally about to converge on a single point where you ain't gonna be able to nay or say the truth.
yeah.
You see? And like the brother said, the election season, man, that could just be a wrap. They got something called the October surprise that they do every year. You know, where they come up with some kind of political scandal usually. You know, there's also the stock market that they kept that from buckling because I think they want to time that a little bit later down the line for when they want the major collapse to happen. So I think they patched it up because the stock market almost crashed. So on multiple different avenues, this thing could buckle, man. You know?
Yeah, they said Japan was down 12.5%. I think anything over 10% is considered a soft collapse.
Yeah. But Esau did some witchcraft. They're rebounding now. But this shit it ain't made for the long haul, man. This shit's gonna pop pretty soon. You know? Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah, con. This is the book of Psalm 64, and I'm gonna start at verses. Let's start at verses 5, and it reads: They encourage themselves in an evil matter, and they commune of laying snares privately, and they say, "Who shall see them?" Because it's kind of like the wizard behind the curtain. It took Toto to uncover the curtain. You know, Toto had Toto. The dog was smart enough to know, like, wait a minute,
Snitched
man.
on him,
Like, dude, this is a whole this is double agent here, man. It took the dog to figure this shit out because they couldn't figure. They actually think they're talking to a fucking wizard. They talking to a whole a bum.
Nigga, man. Yeah.
And that's the elites right there. The Esau is a fucking bum, man.
Right. Yep, that's Isaiah 14.
Yeah. He just have the power and the resources to dictate certain things, man. But he's basically feeding you people the same garbage, like they say. I think it wasn't George Orwell, but they basically brought it up. They said, look, the elites are not smart nor wise. They just use, you have a formula that they continue to use.
Right.
And people fall for it every time.
Yep.
I got this funny story to tell. It was this guy named Rogers Jordan. We used to call him football head. He was in my elementary. Well, I went to elementary school with this guy, maybe from kindergarten all the way up to 5th grade. I mean, the dude was literally retarded. And I remember he got into a fight with this dude named Roger Crawford. You know, a nigga with the last name Crawford got hands. So this nigga Roger Jordan was so retarded, like he fighting this dude Crawford. So Crawford was running from him and turned around and hitting his ass. He'd turn around, boom, caught him with the same punch 8 times. He'd run, feint him, boom, hit him. Roger run, the other nigga chase him around, boom. He got caught with the same punch 8 times, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
A stupid person, man. And that's you fucking people in America, man.
Y'all know how this shit end, man. Y'all done seen Rome. Rome is the most detailed history of any nation. Y'all have more records on Rome than anything, man. And y'all ain't learned nothing, bro.
That's
You know?
Yeah,
But this shit gonna crash the exact same way, except way, way, way bigger.
and that's the spirit you said that, bro, because like, bro, and the Lord is so cold, bro. Follow the trail of breadcrumbs. You look at the ancient Roman Empire, they started collapsing because the military was spread thin, the currency was devalued, the roads started breaking down, and also they was resources, they was passing out resources they didn't have. Now you got this whole shit show with Belarus, migrants coming over there to Belarus and to Poland, and Poland got orders to shoot motherfuckers down on sight. And the same thing in the UK. They got migrant crisis over there just like in America, man. Same goddamn thing. That's how Rome fell.
Yep.
Foreign invaders, man.
Yep. And they were proud as hell the whole time. Thought they were better than the other nations, you know, extorting the farmers, you know. Like those farmers got to eat too. They was robbing the farmers, man. And eventually they just stopped fighting in the military, get to pay more mercenaries, and it was a death spiral.
And he's stupid though, and he's so dumb. The farmer's the one that kept his fucking economy afloat.
Right, right. They would pick up arms and fight for you too, but you didn't want to pay them, so you had to pay them mercenaries. They kept extorting you, and America doing the same thing now, man. You're squeezing all your people. Nobody wants to join the military now. You know, everything costs too fucking much. You did literally the exact same shit over and over again, man.
Yes, sir.
You know?
And it reads here, it says, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, and both the inward thought of everyone and the heart is deep. The think tanks, their mindsets, man. They sit back and they conjure up these plans and they implement them, man. And this is why it tells us in Micah, the 2nd chapter, that they practice evil and iniquity upon their beds, and when the morning is slocky as light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. So the elites at the round table, and they're just saying, look, we're going to do this, and this, and that. Playing both sides of the fence, man. Finding world wars, and they dictate the winner of the world war because they give the opposing side the stronger weapons. They defund one side and give them that side. Who you think going to win? You know? And it says here, but the Most High should shoot at them with an arrow, which first and foremost, the arrow is just truth. Okay? The scriptures refer to the truth as to a two-edged sword. The scriptures. And it reads, it says, and they should suddenly be wounded. So shall they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, and all that see them shall flee away. And this is why you got Alex Jones. This is why you have Glenn Beck. You know, you got, what's this guy's name? Steve Ram. You got all types of men coming out saying that the Illuminati. Yeah. Clayton and Natalie Morris, which I believe they're insiders. You got that Jimmy, what's his name? Harrell or something, the ex-Border Patrol agent. All these men are coming out exposing these people, man. And it says, and all men shall fear and declare the work of Yahweh, for they shall wisely consider of his doings. So they're like, wait a minute, this has got to be the act of God. Like they telling you that the American system is done. It's through.
Everybody knows it deep down too, man.
Through, bro.
Like people not just drinking the way they drink it. They know deep down this shit is endless, man. They work. A lot of people working 2 jobs. How long you think that's sustainable to work 2 jobs, man?
Bro.
Like when you hit 50, bro, that shit, especially on this diet, your knees and buckled at 35, man. Your dick don't work at 25. Shit. You know? And you think you're gonna make it 50, 60 years? People can feel it here, man. You know?
Lucky if you make it to your 40. Bro, you know when they start, you remember back in the day, you had to get a colonoscopy when you turn 45 years old. Now they're recommending people in their 30s to get it. colonoscopies,
Yeah.
man. They also said that they're expecting terminal cancers to increase in male at 93%.
So they show you they just poisoning you, man.
Mm.
It's straight up poison, man. They don't have them issues over there in the Philippines and Thailand.
Nah, hell no.
You know, even parts of Europe. They food is not on this level. You're being poisoned, man.
Yeah,
All right?
literally.
And then if we say something the wrong way, they shutting us down on YouTube about it.
Mhm.
Oh, you're not doctors. You see? But y'all want to stay here, man.
Mm-hmm. You made a good point about the 2 jobs too. They said that it's so funny that for a nation that have no money, they said the average person don't have $1,000 in their savings account.
Yeah.
But they say black women or single women are 4 times more than likely to own a house or to buy or try to buy a house.
Yeah.
Single parents, I mean, single mothers or single women are buying these houses, but yet they can't afford it
Yeah. Yep.
because they know your stupid ass is gonna fall for the bait of the
Yeah.
illusion, and yet they just got a $400,000 bill out your dumb ass, man.
Yeah.
Out
Yeah.
of status.
Yep. Debt's going up and up and up. And then they don't even have that money. They don't even got it in deposit. They just literally printed that shit and then charge you to use it, man. Bro, if you want America to continue a second longer than it is, bro, the Lord gonna destroy you, man. All right? That goes for all you Israelite camps, too. The Lord know if you want to stay here a little bit longer, man. That's unacceptable.
Oh, yeah.
This shit is wicked, man. We're being oppressed. And the devil is doing nasty work out here, man,
Yes,
on
sir.
our people.
God. What you got out?
I got Isaiah 14.
Yeah, go ahead, bring it out. We'll wrap it up in them after this.
This is Isaiah 14 and 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. And it says, I will ascend above the cloud. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Verse 16, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? So like the brother made the point about the Wizard of Oz, like he pulled a curtain, but like, oh, it's just a regular nigga behind the curtain doing all of this bullshit, man. Poisoning everything. All right, making everybody wear a goddamn suit and tie. All right, extorting people with the U.S. dollar. This wrinkly old nigga. That's how the earth is gonna look at you, man.
Mm-hmm.
When we get out of the kingdom, when we get in the kingdom, we put your ass in chains. Everybody gonna be like, I can't believe we let this nigga rule over us. But it's the will of the Lord, though, man. And the scriptures speak about he can put a base man to rule over the earth if he deems so. See, that's the point.
All right, one more precept and we'll end it. And shalom to you, brothers and you sisters out there on the comment board. Yeah,
Shalom.
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians 2, and I'm going to start at verses. Let's start at verses 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day should not come, except there coming of falling away first, that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. That's just talking about this devil, man.
That's right.
This is why, they know them as the Romans, but we know them as the biblical Edomites, because when you trace the lineage, I got a book called the Edomites. The Roman Empire is called the Roman Empire, the kingdom of the Edomites. They understand the history that those Caesars, those dictators at that time, these are the same men coming back today.
Yep.
So for all you guys out there that say, oh, well, Esau, he's done away with. Well, that's not necessarily true, because the common cracker would tell you that Romans were so-called white people.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
now you had Jakes that was considered Romans too, because at the end of the day, Rome, just like Greek, it was a culture, of citizenship.
It's an empire.
It's an empire, yeah. Just like Americans, right? We are considered Americans, though that's not our nationality.
Right.
All right, but everybody knows that the Edomites was in the power seat in Rome.
Yep.
But it says here, who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called Yahweh, or that is worshipped, so that he as Yahweh sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High, man. And this is talking about taking the place of the Israelites, because now you got who they call small hats claiming to be us.
Yeah.
But now the European Unions and NATO, they're like, wait a minute, man.
Yeah.
They admitted that Israel was basically a welfare and it was an occupancy.
Right. And he's proud as hell, man. That's why he's messing with bacteria and viruses, and he's messing with them. He's trying to go to the moon. This nigga's all over the place.
Yeah.
Because he really is envious of the creation. He wants to pervert everything the Lord did.
Yep. Which he's never made it to the moon. My thing is, if you made it to the moon, why you didn't go back?
Yeah, hell no.
Why you didn't go back yet? You a tin can and flew up there and went around the Van Allen belts and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Until you land on that hot light, then cool.
Right.
You
right.
can't even touch a light bulb with your bare hand, but you want me to believe you land on the moon? Fuck out of here, man.
That was a Hollywood blockbuster.
Yeah, bro. Exposed. It's a movie coming out that's exposing it. It's more like a satire parody, but they're
Oh, okay. Yeah.
called like the moon landing hoax.
Yeah, you can't even say nothing about it, man. Yeah, that's how much pride you got, man. You had to lie about something. You already the hammer of the earth. You got to lie about shit like that, man.
Is it really made of cheese looking nice?
God.
But it says here, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Now it says, matter of fact, it says, remember ye that when I was with you, and I told you these things, and now ye know what would hold it, that he may be revealed in this time. And it's coming out on this devil. He's being revealed. You know? But it says here, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work, and he who now let it will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom Yahushua shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, which is the prophets. This is why they're trying to set up these talking points to ban us off the internet, because they know through the spirit we've been exposing them, man.
Yeah.
Okay, there was no manosphere until the men of the Lord came on the scene.
Yep.
None of these platforms, all you Fresh and Fit and you Steve Round, you guys wouldn't exist without the prophets, man. The prophets are the ones that's going to get the credit when it's said and done, because we're coming from the unadulterated word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
Yeah.
All right. And it says here, and then that wicked should be revealed, whom the Lord should consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the works of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness, and them that perish because they receive not the love of the truth, and that they may be saved. And for this cause Yahweh shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, and that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness.
That's right, man. That's right. And there's got to be a delusion the Lord put in you for you to look at Joe Biden on television and say, yeah, I'm going to go, boy, that's my way out.
Nigga dead, bro.
Hey, the Lord hates you, man.
Yeah.
If you believe that the Lord hates you, man, you're going to be destroyed.
Yep.
It should be painfully clear what's getting ready to happen. You know, even low-level Edomite, they know what's going on, man. And then that's why all of you camps that are causing confusion, further confusion to people, y'all got a lot of blood on y'all hands, man. You know, focus on the main topic so we can get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, that simple-minded nigga Nate gonna talk about in this kind of Paul took the mark of the beast. Hey, man. You dudes, man, hey, the scriptures say evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse.
That's right.
So, I mean, that tells the tale there.
That's right, bro.
But you got anything else, bro?
That shit,
All right, but with that, man, we're going to close out. We're going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. We give double honor to the elders, the apostles, the great millstone. Blessings and salutations to the whole select. Lord's will, you brothers and few sisters were edified. To the next lesson. Shalom.
Shalom.